Phase 5 of the MCU is among us. We're getting closer to finally getting a big bad like the man Thanos, he who was nerfed like many other villains in the MCU in Kang the Conqueror. We've seen him a little bit in the Loki TV show, he's a bit kooky and he's played by the beast that is Jonathan Majors. And we'll be seeing a load more of him in the first Phase 5 movie, AntMan and The Wasp: Quantumania. My first question being, if he's such a big bad, how can Ant-Man put up a fight? Well, all will be revealed I'm sure, but he ain't your average bad boy. I'm Danny Baker and this is 6 Degrees, and today we're going to talk about what we can expect from Kang the Conqueror, potentially in the MCU. What are some of the most insane feats in the comics? Will he be nerfed like those who've come before him in the MCU? Yes, of course he will, be real people. First up, last video, I got all on my high horse about Cyclops' blast burning things. Smarter people have pointed out that technically it could burn things through friction. But I still think they were writing them as heat vision though. And I also pronounced it Jotunheim, and it's Jotunheim, of course. Thank you for pointing it out, Peter and Sean. You will receive no reward. Now, I'm going to pronounce everything correct in this video, and if I don't get any comments that are legit on pronunciation, then everyone who's watching this has to agree to share it with 10 of your best friends and family, and then make them watch this video and like it as well. Deal? Alright. So Kang the Conqueror is a crazy character in that his story goes all over time and features a weird choice in baggy armpits that looks like something Billie Eilish would have worn to the Met Gala 3 years ago. I'm not sure about that joke, to be honest. Anyway, in as brief a nutshell as I can put it, in the comics, Mr. Fantastic's dad Nathaniel Richards, obs a brilliant scientist, travelled into the future to the 30th century of a different universe that was very advanced because it had no Dark Ages, but it was really war-y. But he brought peace there. In this universe and time period, a new Nathaniel Richards was born, as potentially a descendant of Mr. Fantastic or maybe Doctor Doom. Anyway, that's the prime Kang. Well, he gets bored and ends up time travelling back to Egypt to dominate. And then he gets bored again. Oh, get a proper hobby, mate. And then there's a load of versions of him as he hops through the multiverse all over time. But the main one is this blue face version. So this story is similar, but differs a little bit from the explanation he gives in Loki. The main thing I'd like to point out first are some of the terrible names that Kang has chosen for himself at various points in his life. In his teens, he got hold of some futuristic armour and ripped off Iron Man, calling himself Iron Lad, actually forming the Young Avengers in the 616 universe. Look at those young guns with their quips. Iron Lad. I'm not sure if he's trying to invoke a Scottish theme here, laddie, or if just he's a bit of a geezer, like a proper lads on tour. Who knows?
We have just landed in Magaluf.
And then after that name, he called himself Kid Immortus, invoking both Kid Cudi and Kid Rock, and then Victor Timely. Timely because he travels through time. Jeez. And he's also just a human with a battle suit, interestingly. Anyway, what has he been up to? In no particular order, he is a time traveller after all, here are 6 degrees of Kang the Conqueror. So there was the time he kidnapped the Apocalyse Twins. They were born of Archangel, who was acting as Apocalypse, and one of his horsemen, Pestilence. That's an HR nightmare. So he kidnaps them and raises them to think that mutants and humans can't live together, by making them live in a bloody concentration camp run by the Red Skull, and standing and watching while one was made to blind the other with his wings. Fucking Dad of the Year. I wonder if this will feature in the MCU down the line. Well, anyway, it backfired as they went on to engineer things so that a celestial called Exeter destroyed Earth to kill all humans, but not the mutants. They did this by killing Arishem, the big guy from the Eternals, and Kang gets some heroes to help him reverse this by sending their minds back in time because his adopted kids were out of control, and rightfully so. But then because he's a proper evil shit, he double crosses them and absorbs some cosmic power. But then Havoc of all people, Cyclops' brother, ends up beating the shit out of him because Kang teleported his daughter away and he sends him running. Blimey. There was also the time that he murdered a load of beings pretending to be him in other universes. It all starts with Princess Ravonna Renslayer. Kang is obsessed with her, bloody loves the girl. Interestingly, it's also the name of the head of the TVA in Loki. At some point, Kang sacrifices himself and takes a hit from Thor's hammer to protect her. Aw, how romantic. So Ravonna puts him in stasis and vows to bring him back. She's also calling herself Terminatrix at this point, way before Christiana Loken played one in the abysmal Terminator 3. So she takes over Kang's empire as Kang and learns about the Council of Cross-Time Kangs. They're all beings that have replaced the versions of Kang in their universes and now all look like him. She also founds Alioth, a trans-temporal entity, or as I like to call it, a big fucking time beast cloud. It's broken free of the time stream and it's got an even bigger domain than Kang, and it's basically Kang's big bad. Yeah, it's the big cloud thing from Loki. So a future version of the Terminatrix called Revelation gets involved. She wants to stop Terminatrix, she brings some Avengers in, so Terminatrix does the same, bringing some through time to have an Avengers Rumble. Alioth attacks Chronopolis, which was Kang's stronghold, but where's Kang in all of this? Well, Revelation helps revive him, because she actually wants Alioth out of the picture. He's got a cloak now, how original. And then Kang actually lures Alioth into killing the entire council of Kangs. And it turns out he meant for it all along because they were really annoying. I mean, look at this guy. But did you really though, Kangy my boy? Were you really playing 4D chess? Well, you didn't see Ravonna stabbing you. It's okay, she did it for reasons. There was also the time that Kang really did a number on Black Bolt. You know, the one with the voice, can fry Omega level mutants and disintegrate people.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
But on TV he gets roughed up by the police. Yes, that one. So Black Bolt has had a fight with Thanos that's destroyed his home of Attilan, and his son Ahura is missing because Ant-Man Kang teleported him away to keep him safe. So Blackagar Boltagon, yes, his real fucking name, makes a deal with Kang. Take my kid, he's in a weird cocoon because that's how Inhumans get powers. Look after him, give him to the Inhuman King from 13,000 years ago because the incursion is going to mess up everything. Incursion being when the multiverses collide. So after it all turns out okay, Black Bolt wants his son back.
Give me back my son!
So Blackagar and his team head back in time to get him and meet a Kang. But it's Ahura dressed as Kang and in desperate need of a shave and a haircut because he is also looking like a hobo. He's also been raised to be a murderer, so Blackagar has to kill his own son. Kang, you swine. Luckily, time travel is a breeze, so they go back further before he was corrupted, show him all the shitty things that would have happened, and he uses his powers to make Kang go away. Nice try, Nathaniel. There was the time that a divergent Kang got obsessed with a star in the 20th century that was supposed to herald the arrival of the celestial Madonna. It turns out those big celestial beings have pop stars too. No, it was basically supposed to be the perfect woman who would give birth to a celestial messiah, a mega powerful being. So this Kang wants to be the dad to this messiah and figures out that the Madonna is either Scarlet Witch, Agatha Harkness, who's misplaced her watch, more on her in this episode actually, right here, or Mantis, her from Guardians of the Galaxy, who I have bashed a bit as she's a little bit useless in the movies, but she did beat up a load of policemen recently. Kang does what any horny wannabe megalomaniac does and takes down the Avengers and kidnaps all 3 women, plus Thor, Vision and Iron Man, and brings everyone to his pyramid in Egypt. Here he plans to get whoever the Madonna is up the duff and cause World War III by killing world leaders. What a little shit. But Swordsman and Hawkeye stop all the nonsense with the help of Rama Tut, a version of Kang. Yes, you are Rama Tut. Mantis is revealed to be the Madonna. Swordsman sacrifices himself for Mantis. Immortus, a version of Kang from the future with the most ridiculous headpiece who's in charge of looking after time, swoops in and takes him to Limbo. He helps the main Kang, the one trying to impregnate Mantis, by letting him make a legion of unliving, including bloody Frankenstein's monster and the original design for Baron Zemo. They fight the Avengers, Thor sends Kang running, Mantis meets a plant creature pretending to be Swordsman, who she's supposed to marry to have the special baby. Kang tries to kidnap her again. Get over it, Kang, that's not how you make girls like you. But he's been tricked by Immortus into kidnapping a space phantom pretending to be Mantis. Got him! By the time he's figured it out, Mantis was married to the plant dude alongside Vision and Scarlet Witch, officiated by Immortus, of course, and she was off into the stars, while Vision insinuates that him and Wanda are off to consummate the marriage. Weird. Comics in the 70s were bonkers. There was also the time Kang admitted to killing a load of his sons, who he'd got by impregnating a load of women with good DNA. Oof, that is not good. He kills the sons because they were weak and cowardly, and he tells this to the latest one, Marcus, also called Scarlet Centurion, which was the name Nathaniel workshopped when he first started out with a comically bad costume. He's annoyed with Marcus because he betrayed him for Carol Danvers and denied him his wish to die a legend, and so he gives him the same treatment. Once again, going for that Dad of the Year title, Nathaniel. Oh, and this is all after destroying all of Washington DC. Yeesh. And finally, there was the time that he merged with a young Annihilus to become Kang the Annihilating Conqueror. But then Dr. Doom took all that power and became Doom the Annihilating Conqueror. Yowza. So needless to say, the man has gone up to a lot of hijinks with his multiple versions of himself across time. I've just scratched the surface. He's a real dickhead, he's a shitty dad, and he needs to come up with better names for himself. Iron Lad, man, come on. Anyway, do the normal stuff please, like the video, smash subscribe. I've been Danny Baker, this is 6 Degrees, and I'll see you later.